Hello and welcome to the next turn of this YouTuber's multiplayer Dominions 4 series. 7-player free-for-all, and as always, please make sure to not give me any spoilers as to the going-ons of anyone else's channel. We're not watching others' videos because they'll give us, let's face it, it'll be cheating. So we're not doing that, and we'd appreciate it if you guys don't give us information that we don't possess. Okay, so back to this turn, let's have a look at the messages that we read. Research and conjuration is completed, that's just level 1. Research and evocation is completed, and this is a big one because this one gives me iron darts, and iron darts is a spell that actually really gives my priestsmith some serious combat capability. So this chunk of priestsmiths that I have now in my army actually represents a large amount of artillery. These guys can really dish out a lot of damage, so my army is much stronger now because I have these guys and they can do that. The research I'm going for now is I'm looking for earth power. That is a spell that gives my priestsmiths in battle an extra earth power, and that will mean they're better at casting iron darts. And then the next one in evocation, I think after I get some earth power, I think I'm gonna head for level 4 evocation because that gives me blade wind, which is like iron darts except better. A lot of fatigue, but have to try and figure out. There might be a few items that I can manage to work my way around that one. It also gives me hurricane, which is a jerk spell that I really want to cast on human players. It will please me more than it should. So I want Evo 4. In terms of gem usage, I have these gems and I don't really have a good idea of how I can use them for my advantage. The only thing I can really think of is use my priestsmiths to summon a whole bunch of clockwork soldiers. They seem alright but expensive in terms of their gem costs. It's these guys, clockwork soldiers. I can basically use my priestsmiths to summon an army in a turn instead of research, which hurts because, you know, research is great, but it is kind of like I can summon a pretty strong army of just clockwork soldiers. But I'm not sure that's the best use of my earth gem, so please, if you have suggestions, and I think there will be time before any major conflict happens, that let me know, because I'm a bit lost as to what exactly I can do with these gems. Okay, back to the turn at hand. There has been so much diplomacy going on behind the scenes, and I'm just going to try and tell you a little bit about what has been going on. In terms of what actual gameplay has happened, very little has happened. I moved my armies a bit. So, in talking to other people, Tortuga and Vernheim, I think everyone understands that I'm going to attack Summerlands, and I'm going to attack it, and it's going to be mine, easily attacked by me. Vernheim's Pretender, I'm in very close cooperation with Vernheim. I think I can trust him. He seems too much interested in my own well-being for him to betray me. Might just be a ruse, you can never be sure, but I think he's valid. So one thing that's happened is everything's revolved around Agathar. He's pretty much we're kind of reacting to what he's doing. He's set up a kind of, or he's basically said that all his negotiations, if he says something, he'll absolutely completely commit to it. He likes to have specific turn durations on peace agreements. And he has been very insistent with Vernheim that he wants a 6-turn peace treaty with him. It's very specific, 6 turns. Vernheim has taken this to, interpreted this as he will declare war on Vernheim in 6 turns. Not before, but he kind of uses it as a declaration of war in 6 turns. Where I'm not privy to any of their communication, but Vernheim is looking to me to support him in his war with Agathar, which I want to do. But there's a hiccup. I really committed to, I want to kill Asphodel, please let me kill Asphodel. And I was like, I can't kill Asphodel. Or I firstly asked man, hey, your army's in the way, I can't get to Asphodel if you're in the way. And I didn't really get a response from him, so I was like, well, bugger, what do I do now? I know, I'll help Vernheim with Agathar. And then man communicated that, actually I will leave and you can't come down here. And I'm like, oh bugger, but I've just committed to Vernheim that I'll help him. And then there's a whole back and forth on that. So the plan is this. Man is going to leave. I'm trying to figure out what Man is going to do. There seems to be a slight diplomacy fail going on over there, and I'm actually a bit suspicious as to what Man and Shinuyama are doing. the Council of the Living has gone smaller and smaller and smaller. We first lost Agatha, then me, Man, and Shinuyama kind of lost Vanheim because we were like, oh no, Vanheim's the threat. And now I'm not hearing any communication between Man and Shinuyama, which means I think they're in communication with each other, or they're not in communication with me. They're planning something, and it doesn't involve me. I don't feel threatened by them yet. Shinuyama is apparently busy with Asphodel. I don't know where Man's army is going to go to next, but I don't think he's going to attack me. I think thematically he still views us as natural allies. He might move his army towards to try and take these Asphodelic provinces over here. I will just have to wait and see. It might just be the fact that he's hasn't replied to his email. That might just be as simple as that. Or this is a province that takes time, and maybe he's just hasn't had quite the time to invest in it. But Shinuyama, when he was talking to me, was very talkative, and I've heard nothing from him, so I'm quite worried about what's going on over there. But okay, so in order to fulfill my obligations, I'm marching down here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to take these provinces, and then I'm going to maybe detach a small part of my army to take these two provinces, which are actually very weakly defended. And I have spies here, so I know what's going on. And then move the bulk of my army back up here to support Vanheim in our attack against Agatha in 6 turns time. And in this game so far, so much can happen in between 6 turns, so I don't know if this agreement is even going to be valid in 6 turns. I don't know if it's going to even make sense in 6 turns, but that's what I'm coming into. It's very likely that Agatha will attack me before that time, which is why I'm only venturing 2 turns in here, so I can hurry back. I'm told Agatha's main army is in Iron Rangers, and we expect him to attack Griffin Spires to take that throne. Alternatively, if he attacks White Marsh next turn, I'll just move my army back from Finnica back into my own province, and then we'll fight something. And because I have my Priestess available, I'm really not too worried. I actually have a very large army at the moment. I'm quite pleased. I've got about 200 units all in all. I've got a lot of Pioneers, a lot of Guardians, some Chef, and these mercenaries, and I'm busy building units at quite a rate. So I'm and pumping up Priestsmiths every turn. So I'm actually quite. I think people think I'm weaker than I am. I think that's what's happened, and I'm totally okay with that. So that's the story. Shinuyama has stopped talking to me. I'm not quite sure what he's up to. As far as I understand, he's fighting Asphodel. Asphodel's not on the board with me. It's very weakly defended. I can just march in here. Man is leaving. I don't know where he's going. I'm in agreement with Vanheim to attack Agatha in 6 turns time, which I endeavor to agree to and commit to. My pretender is moving here. He'll do some side searching, and then he'll claim the throne. In terms of thrones, let's have a look. Iron Throne, Throne of Water, and Throne of War. So, like, if I claim that level 2 throne, I'm basically equal in the lead, which is not where I want to be, but it has to happen, I think, at this point. I need to see, I need advantages of spreading at the menu. I think that's really nice. Let's have a look at the messages. Iron Throne. Yeah, I found the magic site, which is actually a pretty cool one. It's Overgrown Lake. It gives me nature and the water jet, which is nice. Yeah. Don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, Might Marsh is also a place I want to capture, but it's got 30 heavy cav, and I don't think, no matter who's going to go in there, you're going to lose some units. And I've got Chaff, and before I take it, I'm actually thinking of using some War Dogs, just throw them in front. They're very cheap. The problem with heavy cav is they charge, and it's a once-off chargeness, so you want a cheap Chaff unit to receive that charge. I think that's a general strategy for dealing with heavy cav. No battles. Hopefully next turn I'm going to capture 2 provinces, and hopefully everything is going to be fine. Vanheim might send me some gold, I think, from the water provinces, or just general inhelpedness. He's concerned I haven't built a fortress yet, and he is really encouraging me to build a fortress. He's very concerned about my strength and well-being. He wants me to be stronger, and that's not really what you want to communicate to somebody if you're about to betray them, or unless it's a very deep root, but I don't think it is. I think he just wants help against Agatha, to be quite honest. And I would too, because it's always better to fight someone with a friend than not. Let's have a look at my spies. Where are they? That spy's moving there. That spy's moving there. I've got a spy moving up here. Recruiting another spy here. Got a spy here. Got a spy here. Got a spy here. And one up here. Yeah. I need to keep tabs of where Vanham's army... Oh, I need to keep track of what Agathar's army is up to. So I'm going to move here. Hopefully he won't get caught. And I want to know what this army is up to as well. So let's move this spy back here and try and have an idea of what Man's army is up to. I'm going to keep these two spies here because they will give me some early indication as to if Asphodel sends anything up. So that's what's happening. I think we're in a lull in the game. I think everyone's generally waiting to see where the next big battle is going to be, who's going to be the next big enemies. Everyone's kind of got these peace agreements. Agathar has a peace agreement with Asphodel that is apparently going to run out in 6 turns time, I think, too. But I don't think Agathar is going to attack Asphodel. Apparently they're friends in real life, so Agathar and Asphodel, so I don't really quite know how that's going to play out. Yeah, that's the thing that's been happening. So hopefully next turn I'll have 2 more provinces and everyone who is my friend will still be my friend and there won't be any real surprises. Here's hoping. Okay, thanks, bye.